Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel Tech Help Club. Today we will discuss about policy routing. So what is policy routing? In policy routing, we can make decisions based on the source interface, source address, destination address, protocols, ports or services. On the other hand side, classic routing search for the path only by the destination address. Let's say if you have two lines of internet and you want to determine which traffic should you use for which line, then policy routing comes in the picture. You can redirect your traffic according to your needs or client ask between the available two internet lines. So let's move on to our today's lab. So this is our today's topology. I am using the same topology as I have used in my previous video. If you want to go through my previous video first, that would be a good for you to understand. In that video, I have already explained the static route and the default route. In this video, I will configure another WAN link, WAN 2 on this firewall, and we already have WAN 1, and we will play between these two internet lines, and I will make this user to go outside through the WAN 1, and this user or having user with this subnets will redirect their traffic from WAN 2 to outside world. So this is our today's task. So let's start our configuration. So this is firewall 1. I am going to configure WAN 2 on the firewall first. Let's go to the firewall, go to interface, and port 3 is our WAN 2. Let's configure port 3 with the alias name WAN 2 and role WAN and make it DSCP and allow ping at least, and that's it. Hit OK and it will take IP automatically after some time. Here we go. It's already initialized its DORA process and we'll get IP after some time from the ISP modem. So here we go. And now let's configure one static route for WAN 2 as well. We already have static route for WAN 1. The default route you can see here. In my previous video, I have used only WAN 1. So I have already configured default route directed towards WAN 1. Now I have to configure again default route for WAN 2, 192.168.2.254, which is our gateway for WAN 2, which is on port 3, and hit OK. And now you can see we have two default routes and two static routes. These two static route is for these two firewall, so that these two static route configured for the reverse traffic. If any user wants to go outside, they can go outside, but for the reverse traffic we have configured here two static route pointing towards this firewall and this firewall to make a two-way communications between the user and internet, or use source IP and the destination IP. So let's go to the firewall 1 again. At this point you can see there is a no policy route. So I will configure this policy route later on. But before that, we have to configure policies and object and firewall policy. Here you can see we have only one firewall policy, which is LAN to WAN 1. Let me open it and you can see our interface incoming interface is LAN, which is port 4, and outgoing interface WAN 1 port 2. This is our LAN and port 2 is our WAN 1, but the same policy, firewall policy, we have to apply for WAN 2 so that traffic can go outside through this interface also. So let me configure. There are two ways. One way is to create a firewall policy similar to this one, and another way is to put WAN2 here on the outgoing interface. Rest everything will be same, But here you can see we don't have any option to select multiple outgoing interface. To enable multiple outgoing interface, we have a feature here in system. Go to system and feature visibility, scroll down, and we have a option multiple interface policy. You have to enable this option and hit apply. By doing so, now you can add the WAN 2 port as well in the same policy. Here we go. So let me change it to the LAN to WAN and add WAN 2 as well. Here we go, WAN 2, and hit OK. And that's it. Now let me open the firewall 1 CLI access. So hit enter. So there are several things you need to check before configuring the policy route. So there is a equal cost multipath mode already set up in firewall 1. Let me apply the command and show you the available options in equal cost multipath mode. So system settings. Now set v4 ECMP mode and hit question mark. Now you can see we have four modes available: source IP based, weight based, usage based, source destination IP based. In source IP based, traffic is equally divided between the interfaces. When the session starts at some source address, it will use the same path for the same source address. But on the weight based side, the workload is distributed based on the number of sessions that are connected through the interface. The weight that you assign to each interface is to calculate the percentage of the total session that allow to connect through an interface, and the sessions are distributed according to the interfaces. And on usage based, there is some threshold for ingress and egress. If that threshold exceeds, then only it use the another interface member. And in source destination based IP, traffic will be divided equally between the interfaces. Session that start at the same source IP address will go to the same destination IP, use the same path. By default, source IP based is enabled. If you will do a ping test from PC1 at this moment, it will always use one interface regardless of the destination IP or the sessions. Whatever the sessions you will open here, that will choose one particular source based IP and assign one particular port or one WAN, and every time it will redirect traffic from port 2 WAN 1 or port 3 WAN 2. It depends on the initial conversations that it will pick one port and follow one port throughout all the sessions. Let me show you. Here we go. We have open this user PC machine. Let me refresh this Facebook, Yahoo, and let me open the terminal. And here you can see traffic is already started. And let me initiate some more traffic again. Now you will see at firewall 1, go to logs and report forward traffic. So it will take some time, it's a virtual environment. So logs sometimes reflects here after a particular time gap. So let me see here, 40 view session. Here you can see it's using 4 dot. Let me filter it through the source IP. So we are initiating traffic through 2.1, and here you can see the destination interface. Always we have WAN 2 here. So it picked WAN 2 for sending the traffic, right? So I have initiated multiple sessions from this machine 10.0.2.1, and it's redirecting its traffic to WAN 2 port 3 always. Here we go, right? Now let me change this mode to wait based. So by doing so, you will see the traffic will redirect to the both interfaces or both WAN. Let me hit the enter, and that's it. Now hit end command, save. Now you can see, let me reinitiate the traffic again and again for this as well, and let me refresh those two machines, and let me open PC3 as well and initiate some traffic from here as well. So you will see the traffic will divide it into two different interfaces. Ping terminal, hit ping 1.1.1.1, and now go to the FortiGate 1 and see the forward traffic here. Let me see if we already have firewall policy. Yeah, here you go. You have to allow log traffic all sessions and hit OK. Right. So go to log and report again and refresh it. After some time, you will see the logs here. And meantime, you can see the logs from here on the FortiView sessions. Refresh it. Now you can see the WAN 2 and WAN 1, right? So both WANs, you can see source is 2.1 and it's hitting to this destination using WAN 2, and source is 2.1 hitting to this destination with the WAN 1 port. So you can see it's using both the WAN port, right? Now we have to create a policy. So I will create a policy to redirect a traffic from PC1 from this subnet always through WAN 1, and through this subnet or this PC, I will make a policy so that traffic always exit through WAN 2. So for that, you have to go to firewall 1 and go to firewall 1 network and policy root, create new, and create a policy that is incoming interface is LAN 4, which is our incoming interface. But what is our source IP? 10.0.2.1. So 10.0.2.1/24. And what actions you want to take, what outgoing interface you have to select? It's WAN 1, that is port 2, and 192.168.1.254 is our gateway address. So hit OK. And similarly, you have to create another policy for the PC3 for this subnet. So hit LAN 4 here. Source IP is 10.0.3.1/24. And what actions you want to take? It should go through WAN 2. And what is our gateway? 192.168.2.254 and hit OK. Now you have two policies, right? Now verify these policies. You have to go to this PC1 and PC3 again and have to initiate some traffic. So this is PC1 and this is my PC2, 3. So let me refresh this again and refresh this again and hit again, initiate few traffic again. Same on the other side. Although traffic is going, but let me reinitiate it. Stop the ping and reinitiate it again. And let me open some web browser here on the PC3 so that we can test on the firewall 1 from where it's exiting. fb.com and google.com. Oh, it's Yahoo, maybe yahoo.com. That's it. Now go to the firewall 1, refresh this page. You can see here hit count. So it always check the policy first, then go to the routing. So here you can see we have a hit count here. It means these policies are in use. And go to logs and reporting forward traffic. Here we go. You can see some traffic here now. So you will see the source IP 2.1. This one will always go outside through port 2, which is our WAN 1. Here we go, WAN 1, port 2, and 3.1 will always follow the WAN 2 interface, which is port 3. Let me refresh it again. And here you can see it always will use WAN 1, 2.1, and 3.1 will use WAN 2 port. And if you want to check here in the FortiView session, you can see here as well. Here we go. Let me filter it out through the source IP 2.1. You will see WAN 1, WAN 1, WAN 1, WAN 1, right? Always it will use WAN 1 regardless of the destination IP. Whatever the destination it want to use, it always go outside through WAN 1. And similarly, if you will check through 3.1, it will always use WAN 2. So it means it following its policy and throwing the traffic to outside as per the policy routes we have configured here. You can verify this thing from the user machine itself by trace route. Let me do trace route. This is our PC1 means 2.1. So do some trace route for 8.8.8 and you can see 1.254 IP, which is our WAN 1 gateway. And in similarly, if you will see here in PC3 trace route 8.8.8.8, here we go. Our gateway is 2.254, which is our WAN2 gateway. And also you can verify this through the firewall CLI access as well. So we have a command called diagnose firewall policy route list. Sorry, you have to put space after p route and hit enter. Here we go. You can see hit count is 192 and for this user 10.3.0 it is using the gateway WAN 2, which is our 2.254, and similarly we have this user subnet 2.0 and it's using gateway 1.254, which is our WAN 1 gateway, and you can see the hit count 160. So these two policy comes in the picture here. If you will see hit count here, it means it's working fine. So that is it for today. So if you have any doubt or any concern regarding policy route, you can write down me a comment. I'm very happy to help you guys. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye bye.